Hello, I'm here today to talk to you about openelms, a learning management system that delivers real transformation in your business through automation and AI, achieving 100 times more on key tasks with existing resources, allowing you to do things you would never even have considered previously. Now, this is only feasible since openelms is the most comprehensive learning management system available globally, delivered to you through 22 years of unbroken development and innovation. Let me segue into a live example. Here I am uploading an example PDF document into OpenElms in order to create multimodal e-learning. We will return to it later. In order to understand just how this unique product has been created, we need to take a very quick look at the background of the company to explain just why it has developed such a comprehensive solution to managing learning within organizations. OpenElms has been producing learning management systems since 2003. It has also produced an authoring system, available since 2007. We are the number one rated learning management system and authoring system, as listed on Slashdot and SourceForge. We were the first learning management system available for dealing with apprenticeships, and we are the only learning management system that creates genuinely multimodal e-learning. We have 600 e-learning courses available, all CPT certified, and we are a one supplier solution for all your learning needs, be it corporate or educational. Our client base cuts across many different sectors, including local and central government, blue light services, legal, transport, housing, universities, and large FMCG organizations. We have IO specifications for security, quality, and service management, as well as being CPD credited. We are also an approved government supplier with framework membership, which means we can sell our services directly to you, eliminating the need for costly tendering processes. So that is who we are. But how did we get to this position where we are able to offer you a genuine game changing solution in EdTech? To explain the answer to this, we have to know the journey that we have been on. So we started in 2003 as a bespoke e-learning developer. We produced high quality e-learning with video presenters and green screen technology. It was unique at the time. Many of our clients, though, did not have learning management systems, so they needed a solution of their very own. We also built a learning management system to accommodate them. We decided to build an LMS that focuses on the learner's needs, with no preference to other systems on the market. With this blank slate approach, they produce something that looks very similar to video on demand services, such as Netflix, which they foreshadowed. This was, in essence, the first LXP. An LXP, for those who are unaware, is a learning experience platform, or an LMS that takes the learner's experience into consideration in its design. In other words, an LXP is essentially a decently designed LMS, or learning management system. In 2007, we created an e-learning authoring system, which was accessible via a browser several years ahead of its time. This has now progressed to being able to create e-learning from an uploaded document or text prompt using artificial intelligence. With this feature, seeing really is believing. So why did we take this path? Why did we reinvent the wheel when systems were already out there to accommodate the management and creation of learning? Essentially, the learning technology industry was broken by its own inertia. This is a pattern we have seen consistently over the last 22 years. Existing solutions are consistently clunky in their design. The design is very much driven by the data rather than the user experience. Whilst e-learning development tools are limited in what they can produce, either they produce very structured, templated learning with images and text in a PowerPoint style presentation, or they produce vertically scrollable e-learning content like this, which is really no different to looking at a website. Essentially, they are producing e-reading experiences. These experiences are not immersive. You aren't taken into a virtual learning world. Instead, you are reading the content on screen. You may as well just read a book and watch a video. Also, learning management systems are not adapting to client needs. They are limited in their scope and their ambition. Tasks such as personnel management, involving progress reviews and induction, completing forms, etc., are a natural precursor to the learning management process. Skills management, i.e., the maintenance and monitoring of skills within an organization, is naturally, again, linked to the learning process and should or could be monitored accordingly. Organizations are spending vast amounts of money on their learning management systems, but these systems have no functionality to produce the e learning itself that should be populated on them. Now, this is a natural addition to any LMS. It's like selling a library, but providing no books. Finally, we should not be expecting learners to have to learn how to use their system of learning. LMSs should be intuitive in every aspect of their use, from the act of learning to the management of the resultant data. Clearly, a fresh approach was needed. OpenELMS has adopted user-centered design. The system has been designed by an ergonomist, or human factors designer, as the role is known in the States, for over the last 22 years. The design team is focused to make the user experience intuitive in every way. For instance, here is Netflix. Nobody has ever sold Netflix training on how to use the system. And here is OpenELMS. In a similar way, nobody has ever sold training in how to use it from a learner's perspective. We can also see user-centered design principles applied to the manager's interface. OpenELMS has a unique interface for each of the management roles. The user simply needs to read the screen from left to right, which models the day-to-day operations they need to undertake. On any screen, there is only one button to press. They don't have to search the interface to work out how to use it. The design will tell them and guide them accordingly. This minimizes the need for training and ensures widespread adoption of the system quickly by an entire organization. OpenELMS also needed a comprehensive approach to its LMS design. The company's ambition is to make a learning management system that was so comprehensive it required no customization. It could meet the requirements of any tender without the need for any programming tasks. Through predicting market needs and including over 600 configuration options, OpenELMS can meet the requirements of almost any project without involving costly changes via its program team. So let's look at just some of the hundreds of features of OpenELMS. The system can produce forms, assimilating induction information and progress reviews directly into the learning process. The system is also accessible across all devices and even has its own app for offline e-learning access. The content can also be translated into languages. But what really makes this system so advanced is how we have integrated artificial intelligence into the platform. It's like having an army of designers, programmers, support staff, and administrators on tap whenever needed. For example, I've shown you the first step of how OpenELMS can produce its own multimodal e-learning from an uploaded document or text prompt. This includes video presenters' voiceover, indistinguishable from the human voice, images, animation, and screen design, all produced using artificial intelligence. This system is called openelms AI. It's an AI agent which is globally unique, offered through OpenELMS. OpenELMS also has an AI assistant which will answer any questions you have whilst using the software. This includes links to video tours. It's like having an expert available at any time to answer your questions. OpenELMS also uses artificial intelligence in other ways. It can recommend to learners learning that they will be interested in, and it is being rolled out to manage a host of other things, such as analytics and the marking of work. So at the end of the journey, a journey that never ends, we have a comprehensive learning solution. OpenELMS, the latest use version, was released in March 2025. OpenELMS, as always, addresses the LMS failings of traditional systems. To recap, traditional systems can include learning management systems that only deal with the learning. The learning itself is generic, consisting of samey e-learning and PDF files. Additionally, the e-learning quality can vary from learning brought in from e-learning course providers to courses that have been created in-house. Often, indeed, the in-house learning is better. And the system is limited in its functionality, not adaptable to wider client needs. OpenELMS resolves these problems. It handles any type of learning, from video to uploaded work, essentially anything you can think of. OpenELMS can also add new custom learning types. The system is totally configurable, with over 600 configuration options within the system. No two installations of OpenELMS are even remotely the same. The system creates its learning, as we have discussed before, using multimodal e-learning, produced in minutes, and it has the most comprehensive set of features available in learning management systems today. We know this through feedback from the tenders we frequently respond to within the UK and beyond. When undertaking any business transformation process, there will be accepted truths as to why you should not make the change. Many of these beliefs are entirely without any justification. I hope to show you the difference between the myths and the truths when it comes to making a change in your learning management system. Myth 1: you need to have a traditional enterprise system. Now, there is an acceptance that an enterprise solution is required due to the scale of the data manipulation needed and security requirements when managing high-profile corporate data. The truth is that SaaS solutions, if built using modern architecture, are totally scalable. The advantage of using cloud-based infrastructure is that it can be upscaled to deal with any database and application requirements as they grow. When married with well-defined security procedures and certifications, there are no barriers to prevent an open selection of a new provider. Myth 2: nobody gets fired using IBM. This old adage refers to the practice of selecting known, well-established suppliers based upon their reputation, rather than basing a decision based on the functionality of a product. The truth is that new approaches can come from established players. OpenELMS has been innovating in this field for over 22 years, producing functionality consistently 5 years ahead of the competition. Besides the advantages we are offering you, though, OpenELMS is a real business enabler. This is not something that can be hidden through mediocrity any longer. Myth 3: I don't trust AI-generated courses. Now, the AI in OpenELMS works alongside human expertise, but does not replace it all. The AI ensures top-tier quality learning, but still gives you full editorial control. Try creating e-learning using solely artificial intelligence. You'll be surprised just how powerful this tool is. But then you can edit it afterwards. Myth number 4: I'll get my learning management system from my existing HR supplier, such as Workday or SAP. A learning management system is a highly specialized software solution. OpenELMS integrates seamlessly with third-party systems. There is no need to restrict your requirements based upon the HR data infrastructure you already have. For instance, you do not get your accountancy software from Microsoft just because it owns the operating system you are working on. We produce the best learning systems available because we focus on just one thing: learning systems. Myth number 5: my software will do this soon. OpenELMS has a history of delivering innovation 5 years ahead of the market. With AI, innovations are more frequent and bring widespread advantages faster than ever before. For instance, we are adding as many features in a week to openelms AI as our competitors are doing in a year. Every day, waiting counts. Myth number 6: moving from my LMS would be too difficult. OpenELMS can migrate all data for you. That includes historical data, HR data, and the learning itself, using pre-built queries. This means that your existing data can move from the legacy system to the new system within a very short period of time. In fact, there is no need for any period of inactivity, whilst moving from one system to another. We are well practiced in doing this overnight. Myth number 7. It would be too costly. OpenELMS in 95% of cases represents a reduction in costs over traditional enterprise systems. Purchasing OpenELMS is usually a net sum gain, for you very rarely need to pay for additional costs, such as customization, due to the flexibility and comprehensiveness of the learning management system. It is important now to emphasize what this new opportunity is, why OpenELMS is different from any current solution you may have. Firstly, OpenELMS will provide a personal management system, allowing you to conduct tasks such as onboarding and employee reviews. Custom forms can be created. You can use fields from the learning management system or create your own to populate the data held within these forms. This information then can be exported into custom created reports. OpenELMS has a sign-off process, which means that the workflow of sign-off and data input from one role to another can be modeled within the system. Live learning events can also be accommodated. This means events such as webinars and classroom training can be scheduled, and online learning can be blended into those live events and tracked accordingly. Let's have a look at this example here. A webinar event has been created here. We can see e-learning is included to be used as assignments or as presentation tools to be tracked at the event. We can also see assigned learners on the event. The system will be also creating waiting lists and send out appropriate email notifications. These events can be booked on by learners, with costing added where appropriate, and details such as special requirements can be accommodated when enrolling onto any event. OpenELMS also includes an e-learning library of over 600 CPD certified e-learning courses. The number of courses is growing on a monthly basis by 10 to 20 courses each month. This e-learning is mainly aimed at corporate clients. Uniquely, all courses are completely editable with OpenELMS' AI's online editor. This includes editing of text, branding, imagery, etc. In this case, we're using AI to generate a new image when it is required, no matter how absurd the reason. OpenELMS can accommodate it, and here we can see the finished article with added animations, etc. Incidentally, OpenELMS has a library of over 1,000 animations built up over the last 22 years, which the AI and yourself get access to. The media library has over 100,000 media elements to choose from and growing. You get 22 years of e-learning design experience within a SaaS product. That is OpenELMS. OpenELMS, of course, also has an AI-powered course generator, which we mentioned earlier, which produces multimodal e-learning in minutes. This system is a genuine game changer. From a text prompt or uploaded document, the system will produce multimodal e-learning. Here the system produces a video presenter and sets out the learning goals. The system can produce e-learning on basically anything. There are no limitations. This includes producing translations, including voiceover and presenters, in any language. Here we have the course translated into Ukrainian. The course includes quizzes, and you can add questions of any type, including drag and drop, fill in the missing word, multi-choice, multi-select, matching pairs, etc. OpenELMS will also track any type of learning, including videos, websites, documents, etc. Here we can see the user filter the data by any of these types of learning resource. OpenELMS also allows you to monitor skills within your organization, checking to see whether your organization has the right up-to-date skills in any department or job, etc. Let me show you an example. Here we have skills for an organization. We can see the green skills are up to date. That means those personnel have completed all the training related to those skills. The red skills, however, are out of date, which means that managers need to sign off those skills and/or they need to do training associated with those skills in order to turn them green. Skills can have a customizable refresh appearance and be scheduled for regular refreshing. Learners can also submit work themselves. They can upload project work into the system and get it marked. OpenElms is not just a top-down system, it's also a bottom-up system. In other words, learners can upload their work into the system, either to evidence achievement or respond to a request for the completion of project work. The workflow behind this process of adding information to your e-portfolio, i.e. the marking of work and signing it off, is all handled by the system, including the sending out of notification emails, etc. When submitting work, learners sign their work off and wait for management to act accordingly, either signing off the work to completion or requesting further information. Here we can see on the manager's dashboard, requests for signing off work are routed into the manager's inbox, where they respond accordingly. It's a simple process, handled elegantly. Another thing you get with OpenElms is customized roles and permissions. You can create your own roles or use the roles that are provided with the system. There are 250 editable permissions available for customizing each role. Here we can see some examples: the administrator, quality assurer, manager, and curriculum developer. And note the customized interface available for each using user-centered design principles, as highlighted earlier. The user reads the interface from left to right. It guides the user in what they need to do. OpenElms has completely customized reporting. This includes Power BI management information dashboards and printable reports. OpenElms can also produce management information reports that are 100% tailored to your organization. The system also has a report builder with which you can insert tables and graphs to produce completely bespoke reports for each role within the organization. OpenElms, in line with its ISO service management specification, provides help and support to include training and artificial intelligence assistance. The AI assistant resides on the right-hand side of the screen. It can be called up at any time to provide just-in-time guidance to any request that you have. OpenElms also produces live support metrics so you can monitor the performance against our service SLAs. This ensures that we will provide the level of service we promise. AI and automation really comes into its own once you put everything together. Let me show you how. Programs of learning can be generated using artificial intelligence. The structure of skills, knowledge, and behavior associated with the program, in this case a creative content producer, is created for us automatically using AI. The content, which we can produce similarly using artificial intelligence, is also automatically added to the program. Now, creating something like this, bespoke for your organization to a professional standard, would take you literally years and involve hundreds of thousands of pounds for the same end result. As an example, each bespoke e-learning course we would create, we would charge around £20,000 for. As you can see, there are dozens of courses in this program. Using AI, this can all be achieved in under a day. And furthermore, you can bespoke the delivery of elements of the program to certain audiences by adding in queries. Here, this section of the program, for instance, is only made available to new hires from a company called Centrica Media. You can similarly add queries on most parameters on any learning and even join learning pathways together. Here, a learner has access to this linking of pathways so they can see what has been done and what needs to be further achieved to reach their career goals. Oh yes, and finally, we also provide a learning management system, which reports and manages all learning within your organization. This management system has a learner interface that looks like Netflix, designed to be comprehensive but still provide the easiest user experience possible. OpenElms provides programs of learning and pathways, allowing you to schedule your learning to be delivered on a just-in-time basis, as and when it's needed. Innovations such as signposting learning allow you to take e-learning outside the learning management system and provide learning on websites at the point of where it is needed. Here we can see how a program of learning has been created. You can add queries to this program to ensure that only the program or elements of the program are served to individuals in accordance with their unique requirements surrounding their department, job, or role. So, with 22 years of development, this leads us to being able to offer you more than just a learning management system. Which reminds me, that document I uploaded earlier, let's have a look and see what we have produced. Here, as you can see, is a fully immersive e-learning course with images, voiceover, video presenter, etc., and a quiz that reflects the uploaded document. We can, of course, replicate this for any policy, procedure, company annual statement, training document, or presentation. The options are endless. You can also build up the repository of learning within your organization overnight from the bulk uploading of documentation. So, what are the benefits of this offer? Well, you get 100 times improvements in key tasks such as learning generation and curation. To be honest, 100 times is a huge understatement in some cases. For instance, we can create an e-learning course in a minute with bulk uploading. Compare this to several weeks using external developers. You can see this can be an underestimation. We also have a comprehensive set of features for our learning management system developed through 22 years of continuous innovation to ensure the system will extend the boundaries of what was thought possible from an LMS. In addition, the interface has been designed to be easy to use, which will speed up adoption and ensures your learner population will make use of all its features. And finally, in most installations, the system will be delivered at a significantly lower cost, especially when compared to some other enterprise systems available today. To do this, we need to set you up on a use case of OpenElms. We will then run a workshop where we will add people to the system, show you how to create training, completely bespoke for your organization, and can set you up on an example program of learning. We can then finally map out a statement of work ready for full-scale implementation and the migration process that follows. So the choice is yours. Contact us today and we can get the process started. Many thanks for your time.